Evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. Tonight we have got, from the EFL Trophy, Tranmere playing Everton under-21s. Quickly go through the team lineup. Everton go with Virginia in goal, Dixon, Campbell, Tamman and Welch. Lindstrom, Metcalf, Armstrong, Whittaker. And up front they have Ocaron and Beto. Tranmere go with Murphy in goal, Turnbull, Bradshaw, Davis and Norman, Saunders, Merritt, Williams and Solomon, and up front they've got Dennis and Davison. It's going to be Everton to kick off. They'll be playing from right to left in their all-blue kit. Tranmere playing from left to right in their all-white kit. So that's a pretty easy way to describe what the players are wearing. Hopefully we get a good game tonight. If it's a draw after extra time, it will go to penalties. The winner of penalties will get 2 points, whereas the loser of penalties will still get 1 point because they got a draw after 90 minutes. 4 teams in the group. I can't remember who's in this group actually. But this is the first game of it. It's the Bristol Street Mortars, apparently, which is the trophy. Even though they still describe it as the EFL. The EFL trophy. Not the EFL Bristol Street Mortars trophy. We're underway. Let's get the captioning going. See how it copes tonight. It's not the best. A long kick comes in from Virginia, the Everton keeper. Then it's... oh, dear me. It was cleared upfield then by Tranmere. I think it was Tamman almost dropped Everton in it there with a back pass to the keeper that was a little bit short on pace. But Virginia was on his toes and managed to get a clearance in. This picture's a little bit awful. It's a bit choppy. It does your eyes in after a few seconds of looking at it. We've got the snacks ready. A few Cheesios from Aldi. Just a rip-off of What's-Its, but they taste exactly the same. Well, Tranmere have just been given a throw-in down the right-hand side. And it's as clear an Everton throw as you'll ever see. But the assistant's on the other side of the field, so they got away with one there, Tranmere. Yeah, so the Everton team is the under-21 team, as per the regulations for the competition. But I know Nigel Adkins said he was going to ring the changes for this match, and he has done that. I think there's 8 changes. We saw Saunders playing the other week against Accrington Stanley. It's not exactly been a goal fest in the league at Prenton Park, has it? So I'm hoping, as I'm pretty sure that the Tranmere fans will be hoping, that there's a few goals to cheer tonight. It's going to be a long throw down the right-hand side for Everton. I think it's Dixon with the throw. Blimey, it is a long throw as well. Right into the middle of the 6-yard area that went. And it was a little bit of miscommunication between the keeper for Tranmere and I think it was Bradshaw. He managed to get it clear though, and now they're down the other end of the field, down the left-hand side. Keep possession. It's now coming down the right-hand side. But Davis, centre half for Tranmere. Good pressure from Everton. He's got to go back to the keeper, Murphy. Mary plays it down the side for Saunders. Can't get there though, and it gets played back to the keeper, Virginia. He launches it clear. Tranmere win that first ball, but it goes out for a throw into Everton down the right-hand side, midway inside their own half. I know it's early in the season, but the pitch looks brilliant at Prenton Park. And the camera position's pretty good as well. A lot of the camera positions now, they're too far away from the pitch. When you can see what's going on, you get like a better view of the pitch, but you can't tell who the players are, and it feels like you're literally sat in the crowd with this camera position at Prenton Park. Long ball over the top there from Tranmere, looking for Saunders. Cleared away by Tammen, and Everton will bring it away down the left-hand side. Now they switch it over to the right-hand side. Loose pass inside that, but fortunately it drops to an Everton player. And they're on the attack now, just outside the area. That's going to be a foul. Dangerous position, this. Pretty central, and I would say it's about 2 yards outside of the D. Murphy's going to have to get his wall sorted out here. It was Whittaker with a good run on the inside. He certainly doesn't look like his photo. He had long hair in that. Looking at this one, he's had a buzz cut, a little bit longer on top, and he's suddenly gone blonde. So Murphy, he's got 4 players in his wall. He's covering the left side of the goal. Wall's covering the right. Unlucky, blimey. It was Whittaker who took that shot. He managed to get it up and over the wall. People would have been struggling there, Murphy. If that had been on target, it wasn't far away at all. Murphy doesn't play that from the back, launches it long down the right-hand channel. Nobody gets the head on it though, and Campbell can take his time there for Everton. Plays it back to Virginia in the goal, and now they'll look to come down the right-hand side. Pretty good contest so far. And considering Everton are the boys, as they say, and Tranmere are the men, the Everton players look a hell of a sight bigger. They all look taller, that's for sure. Looks like a perfect evening as well for playing football. I think it had rained a little bit earlier. The sun's out, although it's getting ready to set. Don't look overly breezy. And yeah, what a good night for football. Everton are in down the right-hand side here, edge of the penalty area. Was it Metcalf? No, it was number 75. Number 75, Dixon it was. He's got some pace about him, that's for sure. But he got a double deflection there as that ball was going out of play. Tried to get it again, but he fouled the Tranmere defender. And once again, Murphy, he's going to launch this one long. He's not messing about at the back, playing it short. He goes down that left-hand channel. And it's cleared by Tammen. Goes out on the halfway line for a throw to Tranmere, down the left-hand side. quick shout out. If you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. And if you ping that notifications bell, you can keep up to date with what live sports we've got coming. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers so we can get out on the road and do some live football streams. YouTube won't let me do it until you get, I think it's 500 subscribers, so we're a way off that yet, but we'll get there. It just takes a bit of time. Tranmere coming down the left-hand side. Davison couldn't control that, and it goes out of play for a throw to Everton. Dixon's on the ball. He goes back to Tamman. He launches it long down that right-hand channel. It's one in the air by Turnbull. Now the ball's coming down the right-hand side. It's going to be Norman. Norman, he had a good game the other week against... Right, we have... Well, this must come from a Norman down the right-hand side. He had a good game against Accrington Stanley. According to the match animation, there's a goal for Tranmere. I don't know how far this stream's behind on Sky Sports, but it must be a fair way. Oh yeah, one ball over the top from the keeper. Saunders plays a ball across the 6-yard box. Yeah, just played a ball across the 6-yard box, and there was Davison to just side foot it home. It was a ball from the keeper, Murphy. I am Empire Maker. You've timed it well, mate. It was a long ball from the keeper. It was trapped midway inside Everton's half. A little pass into Saunders down the right side of the penalty area. Got to the byline, pulled it across. He pulled it across the 6-yard box. And it was a simple tap-in for Davison. I think I would have scored that. That'll be Everton going behind. Got to give it the old... There we go. Empire Maker says, hi Jimmy, sorry I'm late. Yes, get in, Empire Maker, massive Tranmere fan. He was having his dinner. But I'd have to be questioning how big a Tranmere fan are you, mate, if you're having your dinner when the match is started. Come on now. Do you know what I did? Like a plum. I set the stream up late. And still had some of the settings in it from yesterday. So I changed everything to say in the description, oh, it's the EFL trophy. Long ball over the top there. I thought Davison was going to get on the end of that, but Virginia was out at the edge of his box, clears up any danger. Yeah, so I started the settings in yesterday from Chelsea and Man City. Everton's in at the other end here. Was that a penalty? Number 14. Who was that? Beto. He went down like he'd been tripped. And the referee's not interested at all. Just having another look at it. Nah, not for me. Not a penalty for me. Yeah, so I put the description for this match up, but I left the main title, just through a mistake really, as Chelsea playing Manchester City. And luckily, I realised in time, I managed to get it changed. So if you'd have been looking for it, you wouldn't have found it until about 8 minutes before kick-off. Empire Maker thought it would be a late kick-off. I don't know why. They all seem pretty early tonight. They're all 7 o'clockers, apart from there's a couple that are a bit later, but It's not a bad time to kick off, really, 7 o'clock. Empire Maker says, I couldn't join yesterday. I thought it was an 8 p.m. kickoff. No, it was. It was a 7 p.m. one, mate. Or was it a 6 p.m.? I forget now. But we had the same result. Oh, I didn't want to do that. We did our usual. Martin Rimmer says, Tranmere. It's going well so far for you, Martin. Thanks for joining in the chat, by the way. You're more than welcome. Are you a Tranmere fan? I take it you are. Empire Maker says, hi, Martin. That's 2 of you in the chat. I did put a little bit of crowd noise in for a little bit of atmosphere, but I had to turn it down because it would have been a little bit too unrealistic if we had... the crowd noise from this one is from FC Cologne. And it's an absolute banging. It's a banging atmosphere. But, yeah, it's not what you call a banging atmosphere tonight at Prenton Park. Still a decent enough crowd, though. And that's a free kick to Tranmere midway inside Everton's half. Just play it back to the centre half, though. And Davis, with his pink boots on, plays it out to Norman. He's a decent player, that Norman. He was good. Martin says, yep. He's a Tranmere fan. Yeah, Norman, he had a good game the other week when you played Accrington Stanley. In the EFL, the cup, the other cup, was it Leicester that you drew? Because it looks that's going to be a tough tie, that, for Tranmere. I saw some of Leicester last night. Once I watched, did the watch along with Wisla Krakow. It's all right. Leicester, it's going to be a tough game, especially as it's away as well for Tranmere, isn't it? Beto going down the right-hand side. Blimey, he can run. It's like a train. Tries cutting it back there. And that's Turnbull, got a sliding block in. That'll be a corner for Everton down the right-hand side. Yeah, that Beto, once he got going, he lit the afterburners there. In fairness, Turnbull did well getting back. Empire Maker says, yep, Leicester away. We will win 2-1. I've got all your predictions. Edge of the box cleared by Tranmere, though. And danger gone. It'll be a throw into Everton down the left-hand side. Right on the halfway line. Yep, Empire Maker predicted a 2-1 victory for Tranmere. Was that after extra time, or did you go for the full 90 minutes? I would not hear some frazzles. Yeah, that Everton under-21s team, they look massive. Can't be any of them that are under 6 foot. They're all under 21. Tranmere come down the right-hand side. The referees, I think he's given Davis an offside there. Yeah, Bismarck Krakow last night. We did it again. Biedrzycki got sent off in the second half. Arca Gdynia, they had a player, a youngish lad, he was called Oliveira, who played for them. Talk about quick. He lit the afterburners from the halfway line. Nobody could get near him. And he pulled it back to 2-1. Then Biedrzycki, the centre half. He's played 3 matches this season in the league. Been sent off in 2 of them. Everton down the right-hand side. The shot comes in. Well, it was an acute angle. And it was 75 Dixon. It almost looked like it had been deflected for a corner, but there was no, it was just a poor shot. Goal kick to Tranmere. Nearly 20 minutes gone. Impaired says full 90. If it was a draw, it would go straight to penalties. So it would, mate. It's a good job you're on the ball. I've still got my head sulking that we didn't get 3 points last night. But we go again on Thursday. Everton dispossessed Tranmere on the halfway line. Driving in down the left-hand side now. Cross over to Beto. First touch was... It was all right, but he had Turnbull too close to him. And as he tried to like take it on his knee and get a shot away, but he was never going to have time to do that. It'd have probably been better trying to hit it first time. Could he have hit it first time? Not really. Because it didn't go on his knee actually. It came off his like midriff. But it's a throw to Everton down that right-hand side. It's about 14 yards out. Plenty of people coming back to the stands with pies, it looks like. Throw goes right across the penalty area. Nobody touches it. And then the goal scorer, Davison, tries running it down the right-hand channel on his own. Can't do it. And Everton intercepts, but as it ricochets, it goes to Norman, and he's just played it back to the keeper, Murphy. If you watch the highlights of this match, I don't know if it'll be on, it might be on One Football or something like that later on. But just have a look at the size of the Everton players. They're flipping massive. Cross comes in from down the left-hand side for Tranmere. A little bit too much on it though, and it goes behind for a goal kick. Everton's keeper, Virginia, he just went to move the ball. He just picked it up with one hand. Are you sure these lads are under 21s? Aye, aye. He's just launched it long, the keeper, off the ground. It bounces in Tranmere's penalty area. And just for a second, the devil in me was thinking, go on, bounce over Murphy's head and score. He didn't though. And it was an easy take for Murphy in Tranmere's goal. But you can certainly kick a ball, can Virginia, in Everton's goal. Everton coming down the right-hand side here. Cut out though by Everton, but it's back with Tranmere. Ball through the middle there. Saunders gets it to Davison. Out to the right to Norman. He had a chance to put a cross in there, and he's a bit of a wasted chance there by... they've got a throw in Tranmere, about 10 yards out, but there was a good chance to put a cross in there. He's number 24, Williams. Oh. Number 10, Davison, was about 14 yards out again. Down that right-hand side, spun, put a shot in. And number 73, Campbell, he got a good block in there. Virginia might have been struggling in Everton's goal. It's going to be a corner to Tranmere down the right-hand side. And it'll be Williams. Let's hope he can put a decent corner in. It is a decent corner. One in the air though by, I think it was Beto. I'm not surprised, he must be about 6'6". Tranmere have gone back to the goalkeeper, Murphy. He's midway inside his own half though. It's not like he's stood in his own 18-yard box. Ball's down the right-hand side with Norman. Plays a long ball out to the left. Tussle won by Tranmere on the edge of the area. Cleared by Everton. Nobody can really keep hold of this ball though at the minute. Almost 25 minutes gone. Tranmere 1, Everton under 21s 0. Empire Make says AI score is frozen. So it has, mate. Apologies. Thanks for that. Do they only have the main stand open like they normally do with the Papa John's trophy matches? No. They've got the main stand as you're looking at it on the TV. Then towards the behind Murphy's goal to the left, Manu, I don't think they've opened the full. I can see 1, 2, 3, 5 people sat in it. So whether they're actually staff or not, you could well be right. Yeah, I think the people that are sat in behind there, mate, they might be staff or something. Everton, edge of the box. Beto plays it out right to Dixon, puts a cross in. And it was, I think it was Turnbull who got his head to it. So it's going to be a throw-in down the left-hand side for Everton. About 18 yards out. Everton are in here down the byline. Ball doesn't go out of play, and from 6 yards out, a long leg pokes it across the 6-yard area, but there's nobody there at all. Defender nor attacker. And Tranmere clear it, try breaking down the left. Everton break that up. Coming down the centre of Tranmere's half there. That's a free kick. And Everton take it short. They might regret doing that now because Tranmere, well, it'll work for a throw into Tranmere down the left-hand side, almost up to halfway. But there was almost a chance there for Tranmere to break. Pass got intercepted. Everton will reset. Throw-in goes down the line. It's put out for another throw-in. This time it's about 20, 25 yards out from Damage says, what channel is the match on, please? Damage, yeah, it's on Sky Sports Plus. And it's still it's not as choppy as it was, but it's not a smooth picture, that's for sure, probably because it's being streamed. Good to have you in the chat, by the way, Damage. Are you an Everton fan? If you are, you could be... Ooh, Beto. He was running towards Tranmere's 18-yard box. Could have gone a little bit further, actually, but he put a shot in to Murphy's left-hand side and had Murphy scrambling to put it behind for a corner. Yeah, he was one-on-one with the defender there, Beto. He put the shot in. Decent shot that was well saved. But You'd have hoped he would have tried taking on the defender because he'd have been one-on-one with the keeper then. It might also damage. It might also be on freestreams.live, but I've not. I haven't checked because obviously it's on Sky Sports. Corner comes in from Everton. Awful corner that. I mean, it just went. I don't know who took it. I think it was Dixon who took that corner. It went straight out of play, swung back in, but there was that much on it. It ended up way over everybody's head and saved his blushes by going for a goal kick and not a throw-in. On the other side of the field, midway inside Tranmere's half. I wasn't that bad, but it wasn't a good corner. Metcalf spreads it out wide to Dixon for Everton. They're coming down this right-hand channel. Welch, he gets the ball. He just turns and goes back to Virginia, and now they'll come down the... Thought about coming down the right-hand side, then they went central. They're being put under a little bit of pressure here now by Tranmere. Well, Tranmere back off, it's with Virginia. He comes down that left-hand side. Then it's volleyed. Blimey. It was volleyed. It went down the left-hand side to Campbell, midway inside his own half, and he tried volleying it back to Welch, put too much on it. It's a corner for Tranmere down the right-hand side. They're taking it short. Right, back to Norman. Centre field. Still not put the cross in yet. Everybody's waiting. Norman can't get it in. He's had to go back to the keeper, who's midway inside his own half for Tranmere. Damage says thanks. Are you an Evertonian, Damage, or a Tranmere fan? I know Empire Maker's a Tranmere fan for sure. Murphy launches this one long down that right-hand channel. Norman competes for it in the air. Gets a little touch on it, but it's a throw-in to Everton. 18 yards out. Makes a little bit of a hash of it there, does Campbell. He's not had a fantastic couple of minutes, hasn't the left-back? Damage is a Toffee fan. I don't know what they've been feeding the under-21s on, Damage, but they're certainly big set of lads, that's for sure. Ball comes into the penalty area there, and it's Davison tussling with, I think it might have been Welch. He can't get anything on it. He gets out muscled really, and he's a lump of a lad himself. And it's gone for a throw into Everton, almost near the corner flag down the left-hand side. Won in the air by Norman, though. And from midway inside Everton's half, they've gone all the way back to Murphy in goal, who was in his own 18-yard box almost that time. Everton just sitting back a little bit, letting Tranmere come into the box with a cross. Won in the air by... Blimey. It was won in the air by Everton, then won in the air by Tranmere. And as the ball came across, an acrobatic overhead kick from Davison almost took the Everton player's head off. And he did get a decent enough connection, but I don't know if it was... It was partially blocked by Welch, who was coming over and just looped up into the air. An easy one for the keeper. Empire Maker, you've lost me. Everton in on the right-hand side, into the penalty area, pulled it back. Danger there for Tranmere, but they get it clear. And it's going to be a throw into Everton, almost on the corner flag down the right-hand side. Ubi finds, Ibi looks at Robert. Right, whose motto is that? You're not... Surely that can't have been said in live captioning. It's going to be a long throw. Cracking throw, flicked on by Everton, and it just rolls right across the 6-yard area. Nobody gets a touch on it. Murphy didn't go for it. No Tranmere player wanted to touch it for fear of an own goal. And there was no Evertonian player there waiting to poke it in. So it's gone on the far side now, and it'll be a throw-in. Who's that number? Yeah, it was Beto. He was only a second or so late from getting where he needed to be, and it would have been an easy tapping, really. Damage said, what is Beto like? I'll tell you what Beto's like in 1 second. Tranmere are in here. It's been put behind for a corner by number 73, Campbell. Beto is an absolute beast. I'd be checking his birth certificate to make sure he is under 21. He's absolutely rapid when he gets going. He's got good skills with the ball, though. Outswinging corner from Everton. Edge of the area, won by Tranmere. Was he giving a free kick there? It was won by Tranmere on the edge of the area, and it was headed back towards the 6-yard box, and he was unmarked pretty much. I can't see which. Was it Saunders? Yeah, number. Saunders went in with his head. Dixon came in with his foot, and I think Dixon nearly took Saunders' head off there. No penalty though. We play on. Yeah, Beto is he looks a good player. I mean, he's obviously a good player if he's with Everton's under 21s, but I mean, he doesn't look like he'd be far off. Certainly he's got the physicality. He's certainly got the pace. It's just whether he's got that little bit of know-how, which will obviously come in time as he gains experience. But he's definitely going to be a player. I mean, that was a bit of a naughty tackle by Tranmere. I don't know who it was. I think it might have been. I think it might have been Saunders trying to nobble someone there, a bit fed up because he got his head kicked. No free kick though. He didn't actually get a touch on the player, luckily. Empire Maker says, where there is faith, there is light and strength. Don't tell me Latin. Empire Maker says, look at the text on the Tranmere badge and you will know. Blimey, I can only just about see the badge. I've not got my glasses on. Everton are in, edge of the box here. Pulled back, cleared by Tranmere. It's when Everton get in the penalty area, there's a yellow card there for number 21, Solomon, and I think that's for the previous tackle where I thought it might have been Saunders and it wasn't. It was Solomon. And he didn't make contact, but I suppose the intent was there, and that's probably why the referees just said, you can have one of them, son. That final ball on the edge of the penalty area and in the penalty area for Everton is just what is lacking at the minute. We're in down the right-hand side again here, Everton. Edge of the box, Whittaker. He's laid it back to... That's going to be a free kick. Laid it back to Metcalf. He puts the ball down quickly, but it's going to be a set-piece free kick, this. Quite a dangerous area. It's just to the right of the D, and it's probably 25 yards out. So a good, not a bad area for a shot. This will crack off. We've got European football on Thursday. Join us for that one. Playing Bruges. Shot comes in from Everton. What a good save that was. You'd expect him to save it, but it was number 29, Lindstrom. 4 men in the wall. He went around the wall, and the keeper, he got that much bend on it. The keeper didn't really have to move too far to his left. But there was a lot of pace on that, and all he could do was push it over the crossbar, Murphy. So it'll be a corner to Everton down the right-hand side. It'll be an outswinger. Hopefully they'll have more joy with it than the last one. Much better to the... Still too much on it, though. But the... that wasn't really the corner taker's fault. He was looking for, I think it was Campbell at the back post, and he just kind of misjudged it, really. So it will be a throw in to Tranmere down the right-hand side. About 30 yards out from their own goal. It'll be Norman to take it. Damage says Lindstrom is best free kick taker. We certainly put a good free kick in there, mate. He had Murphy on his toes. Like I said, all he could do, he couldn't hold it. He just put it over the crossbar. Everton midway inside their own half. Beto. Is he offside? He's offside. Ah, unlucky. Number 88, Okron. He came down the left-hand side, and it was a long ball to him into that channel. He won it in the air, flicked it on to Beto, but he just strayed offside. And it's unfortunate that, because he would have been one-on-one. Just watching a replay of it now. It was close, that. That was close. He would have been one-on-one, and there was a defender getting back, but he'd have the strength there to hold them two off, I'm sure. But we never got to see what he would have done. Obviously, the flag went up. And it was a close offside. He's in again now, though. Down the left-hand side, one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, Murphy. Bloody hell. Murphy came out to meet him at the edge of the 6-yard area, down the left-hand side for Everton. Beto tried putting it underneath him. And it was a good save by Murphy. Nothing wrong with what Beto did. It's one of them, keeper either gets a touch or he doesn't. But as it came off the keeper's legs, it bounced up in the air. Number 2, Norman, and the keeper both went for it. And Beto, he just tried an overhead kick, nearly took both of them out. And the rest, as they say, is either a goal kick or a free kick. It was taken from that place, so I couldn't quite tell. But there you are again. Within 2 minutes, Beto's had 2 chances, one of them foiled by being offside. But that chance there, he certainly wasn't offside. It was only a good save by Murphy in Tranmere's goal that denied him an equaliser for Everton. Everton coming down that right-hand channel, won in the air by Dixon. It's cleared by Tranmere, and number 44 Metcalf. He couldn't control that. He wasn't under any pressure, and it went out for a throw to Tranmere. Just lost a little bit of concentration. Norman's now coming down the right-hand side for Tranmere. Plays it inside to right. Keeps it going to Williams. Williams all the way over to Turnbull. trying to come down the left-hand side. They'll be looking to at least have some possession, Tranmere. For the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it seems to have been all Everton. Okaronko there could have broke. Gets it took off him though. Tranmere will come down this right-hand side. If Okaronko could have taken that ball then, he had Beto on his inside, who he could have fed through. But he just couldn't get control of the ball. And it's Tranmere in possession. Empire Meg says, I know you won't believe me, but Armstrong for Everton is my Year 7 English teacher's son. Why would I not believe you, mate? Certainly would believe you. Now, if you told me Tranmere were going to beat Leicester 2-1 in the EFL away at Leicester, I wouldn't believe you then. Norman puts a cross in for Tranmere there. It was flicked off somebody, but it went wide of Virginia's post, and it went well wide. Was it the number 14 who got the touch on it? It looked like Dennis it was. He didn't get a head on it. He kind of just put his chest on it, trying to direct it goalwards. Not close. So no cigar. Empire Make says he still has it at 41. At damage, Everton should be getting destroyed right now. Damage says Tranmere will easily win. Beto can't score, says Damage. Hold your horses there, lads. Hold your horses. Got 1 minute of added on time. We've only got 13 seconds left. Everton in down the right-hand side here. Lindstrom trying to get across. Crossing, but he's being outnumbered now by Tranmere. Loses the ball. Tranmere will look to break now down the left-hand side. Well, oh my word. I was going to say well defended by... Was it Okron who played a ball back to Virginia there, the keeper? Way too short though. And that'll be half time. Yeah, way too short. And Davidson couldn't get there just before the keeper, but sloppy that from Everton. There's a corner being taken down the left-hand side for Tranmere, but I know, looking that way, that nothing comes of it. Blimey. It's cleared off the line, is it? Or has it gone in? Well, that'll teach me. I was looking over here, because that's in front of the Sky Sports coverage. It was a corner from the left-hand side. It went... Nobody got a touch on it. It went straight in. And somebody cleared it off the line. It might have been Campbell or Dixon or... And Tranmere is saying, are you sure that's not gone in? And the referee's adamant that it didn't. And Davidson's saying, it looked pretty close, that. But I'm assuming the referee's got his little thing on his wrist to tell him if the ball's gone in. And he says, close. But it's not a goal. So as we're going at half-time, Tranmere 1, Everton under-21s 0. Empire Make says, this is why Tranmere will beat Leicester in 2022. Tranmere had an EFL Cup match against Newcastle. Tranmere lost 2-1. Newcastle is way better than Leicester, so we have a chance. Impaired says, it went in. It should be 2-0 to Tranmere. Well, I've only seen one brief. First of all, I wasn't taking that much notice because obviously it had been half time. But when I saw it and saw it again, it's mighty close, you know. It came in from the left-hand side. It was an in-swinger, obviously. Nobody touched it at the near post. The keeper couldn't touch it. And I think it might have been Dixon or Campbell, who was on the far post, had moved across and literally stuck out a leg and cleared it. But it's mighty close. I'm surprised at that. Possession, 59.1%. Possession for Tranmere. I would have thought the majority of the possession would have gone to Everton in that first half. Just shows how deceptive watching a football match can be. It's time for a Scooby snack. I keep pulling out of this bag that in here is Brazzles. Something a bit different than that. Chipsticks would be good. Oh, they'll do. Ringos. The Aldi multi-packs. Can't go wrong with them. Can't go wrong with Aldi. And they're a healthy snack because they're baked and they're not fried. Empire Maker says, can you say the scores of the other matches? We can try and find them, mate. Oh, yeah, we've got the EFL trophy. Anybody who doesn't want to know any scores, if you listen away now, we're not going to spoil your evening. So it's half-time Barnsley and Manchester United under 21s. It's Barnsley 2, Manchester United 0. It's half-time Bristol Rovers and Tottenham under 21s. That's 1-1. Burton 0, Leicester under 21s 0. That's half-time. Chesterfield 0, Manchester City under 21s 0. These are all half-times unless I say anything different. Reading 2, West Ham under 21s 0. No, that's not. No, that's now Reading 2, West Ham under 21s 1. Rotherham 1, Mansfield 0. Salford 0, Port Vale 0. Salford's not had a good start to the season. They've had a bit of a shocker. Has to get Gary Neville getting his checkbook out. Stevenage 1, Crystal Palace under 21s 0. There's 23 minutes gone in Shrewsbury and Fulham under 21s. That's 0-0. And just kicked off is Wimbledon and Wickham and Crawley and Brighton. They're both 0-0. Empire Maker says Burton should be beating Leicester under 21s. The thing is, you don't know what changes Burton's made though as well. I don't know why last night all of the Northern Ireland games got postponed. I mean, look, I think they're being played tonight now. There's more matches being played as well. Anyone interested in the National League? All just kicked off, well, 10 minutes gone. Barnet 0, Forest Green 0. Braintree 0, Aldershot 0. Eastleigh, well, they've just scored another. Well, they've been going 10 minutes. Eastleigh 2, Solihull Mowers 0. FC Halifax 0, Gateshead 0. Maidenhead 0, Altrincham 0. Oldham 0, AFC Fylde 0. Southend 1, Boston United 0. Tamworth 0, Hartlepool 0. Wealdstone 0, Sutton 0. Woking and Dagenham and Redbridge, that's 0-0. As is Yeovil and Ebbsfleet. York 1, Rochdale 0. Like I said, they've not been playing long, them games though. There's only about 10-12 minutes on the clock. Empire Maker says, Tranmere is not playing Patrick or Jennings. That should be different. Apparently, before the game, Nigel Adkins, he said he'd made 8 changes. We're just seeing that corner again. Just seeing it then, I don't think it did go over the... Well, it didn't get given, so it didn't go over the line, but... Empire Maker says, Solihull is in for a long evening. It certainly looks like it. 2-0 down after 12 minutes. But actually, there's more games being played here as well. National League North, they've all just kicked off. Everybody's 0-0 apart from Chester and Radcliffe. Chester are winning that 1-0. Kings Lynn are beating Rushall 1-0. Charlie have just put one past Scarborough as well. So they're 1 up. So look at the south. See how Torquay's doing. Just as I say that, Torquay have just scored. So they're beating Bath 1-0 away. Dorking are beating Boreham Wood 1-0. Enfield losing to Slough by 1. Hornchurch and St Albans. Hornchurch 1-0. Truro. It's a fair old trek down to Truro. Losing... Truro's winning, sorry, away at Salisbury 1-0. Empire Maker, excuse me, he says, I occasionally go to watch Chester. Chester used to be in the league years ago, didn't they? Crazy how teams disappear. I've still not had a look at Bury yet. I've missed that one out. Premier League, NPL Premier League. Well, between 10 and 15 minutes gone, the only goals. Leek are beating Mickleover 1-0. Morpeth beating Stockton 1-0. Everything else is 0-0 there. Chester is on the English-Welsh border, says Empire Maker. Certainly is good race course at Chester as well. For me, this is Empire Maker. He says, for me, Crewe is the easiest away day. Is that because of the train at Crewe? I've just worked out as well, Empire Maker. You know, when you said, is it only the main stand that's open? And I said, oh, I can see some people sat in it. There's about 4 or 5 people there. I think it was the ground staff. Players are out at half time, just warming up for the second half, the substitutes. How much is it to get in now at Tranmere? I've asked you this before, I think. But I genuinely can't remember what you said. I know it's over in Poland that this were cracker. If you for the best seats, it's about 12 quid, something like that. Everton are just coming back out now. Can't see if they've made any changes or not. Beto's still on, that's for sure. Tranmere are just coming out now. Second half, Tranmere will be kicking from right to left. It's going to be Tranmere to get us underway as well. Empire Meg says £23. That's not bad, that. Thing is, though, when you think if they play home on a weekend, home in midweek and home again, you're pushing 70 odd quid a week, aren't you? But I don't think £23 bad at all. Well, there has been some substitutes at half time. Number 5's come off, but he doesn't say who it's for. Is that Davis or... Yeah, it'll be Davis because there was only a number 5 on. Tranmere get us underway. Straight back to the keeper Murphy. He launches it long. Bradshaw's come off and Wood's come on for Everton. And Davis has come off and Walker has come on. Do you know, it looks to me like Everton have gone with a... Tranmere have gone with a back 3 this second half. Trying to come down this left side half, Tranmere. Good tackle though by number 44, Metcalf. Everton on the break, down the right. Just lucky. Solomon, was that Solomon? Just stuck his foot out there and brought that Everton attack up down the right. And now Tranmere come down the left-hand side. Goal scorer Davison into the penalty area, but that goes behind for a corner. Corner down the left-hand side for Tranmere with number 27. No, it won't be number 27. It's 21. It's just that that 1 on Solomon's back looks like a 7. Be an in-swinger. Is he going to have another shot? Nah, it's an awful corner. Doesn't get past the... it's too low. Gets cleared easily at the start of the 6-yard area. What's the referee doing there? Armstrong having a bit of a... not even a schmozzle. I don't know what the referee's doing there. Yeah, was that with the Armstrong it was? Or was it Whittaker? It was one of them. The fullback for Tranmere was on the ball and he thought he was just going to go and play it back to the keeper. The Everton player came steaming in at a great rate of knots. I don't think the Tranmere player was expecting him to close at such a pace. He did manage to get it back, but blimey. Excuse me. I think it was Armstrong, the one who had the blonde hair. Maybe not. Okron, byline, pulls it to the back post for Beto. Just too high, though. Everton will keep it in on the far side. And there's a tussle going with Norman and Campbell. Campbell fouls Norman. Tranmere take it quickly, and the referee says, take it from where the foul was. Jacob McKenna, what is the game on? It's on Sky Sports Plus, mate. If you hit the red button, all of the... I think it's Salford that's on the main channel, but all of the other matches are on behind the red button. Empire Maker says, thanks for joining us in chat as well, Jacob. You're more than welcome. Are you a Everton fan or a Tranmere fan, by the way? Empire Maker says, this match is 10 quid. Is that 10 quid for adults and free for kids sort of thing, or just £10 for everybody? Tranmere are coming down the left-hand side here. That's a push in the back, though, by number 48, Tamman. But Tranmere take the free kick. And that foul's been given against Tranmere now. I should be pleased about that. I think the referee said, oh, you were a bit too strong in the tackle, Saunders. That's a badge of honour against this Everton defence. I think it was Tamman who he was struggling, you know, having a tussle with, shall we say. What a unit he is. Dixon plays it inside. And Metcalf spreads it out left now. A little bit slow that by Everton. Now they launched a long ball. Okron plays it inside to Dixon. Dixon with a loose pass there. He was looking for Metcalf, and it's not like it was a difficult pass either. It was just a little bit lazy, that really. Well, then Tranmere give it away. And it was the player I was saying before who almost caught Tranmere out with his pace. Into the penalty area there, Beto plays the ball across to him. That's going to be a corner. He tried just letting it run off his foot towards goal, just diverting it really. And there was an Everton foot came in from, it was a knee actually, from Turnbull. It'll be an in-swinging corner from down the left for Everton. Lindstrom, good. That was a good corner, that, and really unmarked at the start of the 6-yard box. Was Welch, and it went over the crossbar. He couldn't direct it. But do you know, after that, the referee's gone running over. I'm not sure what. Oh, that's why. There was Norman and Ocaron on the floor. We just saw the header go over the crossbar and the camera moved away. And you saw the referee running across towards the 6-yard box and you couldn't tell what had happened. And we're still not seeing what has happened. We just saw the Everton players pulling Ocaron away and Norman walking away with a smile on his face and that was it. Tranmere coming down the left-hand side. Referee's given a free kick though to Tranmere there, midway inside their own half. It was number 16. Merry. I think there was just a little bit of a late trip on him. The referee just given a free kick, just trying to gain control of the game. Again, the referee here, I think. That's chipped down the left channel by Tranmere, but waste really. Everton clear it, but then Tranmere win the second ball, so it's Merry once again in possession. And Tranmere are definitely playing with a back three. Over on this left-hand side is Turnbull. Norman plays the ball down that right channel, looking for Davison. Intercepted though by Everton. So Adkins having a go at he's having a go at the linesman now because the throw-in's gone against Tranmere. Yeah, Bradshaw's gone off for Tranmere. Davis has gone off. And I'm pretty sure that whoever came on at centre half, Everton, edge of the box, break, oh, Dixon, break, oh, blimey. That's going to be a booking. Whittaker, bit of a cheeky one there on, I think it was Merry. They were breaking forward with Dixon. He got dispossessed on the edge of the box. And Merry, as he moved to the left of Whittaker still, he just stuck his foot out and nothing more than a yellow card though. Yeah, but Tranmere definitely playing with the back three. Maybe they felt they were getting a little bit overloaded in midfield in that first half. But when you've got the likes of Beto up front, I wouldn't want to be left one-on-one with him because you're not going to out-muscle him, that is for sure. Empire Maker says, once when I went to a Tranmere match, I sat front row in the Kop, but that area of the stand was not sheltered, so it was pouring down with rain. I got drenched. Beto, he's put it to the left. Oh, he's put it to the right of the keeper's post. He had his shirt pulled there as well. So it was a long ball, came down the left-hand side. So from the halfway line, it was chipped into that left-hand channel. And as the ball drifted into the penalty area, I don't know who number 4 was who came on, but just as Beto was going to strike, he pulled his shirt back. Beto still got his shot away, but it went to the keeper's right-hand side of the post. And I'm afraid if that had have been VAR, that would have been a penalty to Everton. because it was a clear. It was a clear pull of his shirt, not just like a little pull. It was a good old yank, because Beto would have had a much better shot than what he got away there. And then Beto now, he's just had a good old tussle with Turnbull. Turnbull's put him on the floor. Referee lets him get on with it though. And Tranmere trying to come in down the left-hand side. It's cut out by Dixon. And now Everton with Ocker on. They can break. He slows play up. And now Dixon comes down that right-hand side. Back inside to Ocker. Beto's trying to find some space. He's coming deep now. Trying to draw the defenders with him. Everton in possession on the halfway line. Armstrong drives forward. Just gets his heels clipped there. That'll be a free kick to Everton. Midway inside Tranmere's half. They play it quickly down the right-hand side to Dixon. Metcalf spreads that ball out to the left-hand side, but put too much bend on it, and it's cut out by Tranmere. They're trying to break down the right-hand side now. And Lindstrom comes in, puts the ball out for the throw-in to Tranmere. Down that right-hand side, midway inside Everton's half. 57.5 minutes gone, still Tranmere 1, Everton 0. Everton would have had a definite penalty with VAR. But Tranmere player was using his experience there, Turnbull. Just as Beto was going to shoot. Just give him a good old pull on the shirt. They call it professionalism. It's cheating, isn't it, really? Edge of the box here for Tranmere. Beto comes back. He's in over the top now. Murphy's going to have to come out quickly, and he does. But that... Once Beto, that first couple of yards, he looks like Bambi on ice. And once he gets his legs moving, he's like a train. He just eats the ground up. And it's a good job Murphy was alert there and come to take the ball right on the edge of his area, or else Beto would have been in again. Long ball here by Tranmere, left-hand side of Everton's penalty area. It's Davison, puts a shot in there. Not a good shot, it's headed clear actually by Everton. Tranmere still in possession though, edge of the box, down the right-hand side. Out to Norman on the right, he can put a good crossing. He could have put a good crossing, he had loads of time. And it's one of them, he had that much time. The cross he put in was awful. It was about a foot off the floor and straight to an Evertonian defender. And then when they tried to break away Everton, Norman commits the foul. He just stood on... I couldn't see the play. He stood on his boot. It took his boot off. The referee just gives a free kick to Everton. Empire Meg says, I hope he is like Trans-Pennine Express, never runs. Beto can certainly run, mate. I think the future's look. I don't know how old he is. I know it's the under-21s, but if anybody knows how old Beto is, can you let us know in chat? He's got to be 21. Everton coming in down the right-hand side now. Ocker plays it into... Oh, played it into Whittaker, who was running towards Murphy. Right on the 6-yard box, and as he was running, he kind of lost control of the ball. And dangers averted. Yeah, Ocker on there. Oh, it was just that first touch. First touch from Whittaker it was. He would have been in. It would have been one of them, a touch and a shot on the move. Murphy would have been struggling to keep that out, but his first touch, he didn't get enough on it. The danger goes. That's been the story of the night for Everton, really. Just that final touch in the penalty area, and in the final third, or just like the decision against Beto when he was given offside from the flick on from Ocaron. It looked really close as well, but it's just them small margins. Tranmere are trying to break here down the middle now. Poor pass though, and it's straight into the arms of Virginia in Everton's goal. Metcalf running down the left-hand side. He's under pressure from Norman, from a couple of Tranmere players there. Does well though, and earns his side a throw-in. It's going to be Campbell to take it. He's going to go down the line, I think. The Empire Maker says, sadly, he sounds like Avanti West Course, always runs. Yeah, he's going to be, he's already a good player. But, dispossessed the edge of the penalty area by Everton. Who was it, number 16? That's Merry. He was just dilly-dallying on the edge of his box. I don't know what he tried doing actually, and Ocaron just dispossessed him. From the D, he let one fly at Murphy's goal, but he put it straight down the middle. And the goalkeeper just clutched it into his body nice and easy. Slack that by Tranmere, really. And Tranmere trying to come down the left-hand side here. Just slowing it down. Just getting a little bit scruffy by the home team. Chance to come down the left-hand side now. Dixon's over there though, quickly. Long crossfield pass there by number 21. How's the bounce? Bounce is not kind to Tranmere. The winger, well, Norman it was, the fullback. As it bounced, it went too high. Blimey, who's this? Who's coming on? I say that because there's one lad who must be about 6'4" and one lad who must be about 5'8". Whittaker's come off. Is it somebody called Butler who's coming on? Empire Maker, don't say negative things about Tranmere. Can only say what you see, mate. Say what you see. They've got another giant come on of Everton. They've taken the throw in and the referee says, hang on a minute, I'm not ready. You'll have to take that again. So Campbell's gone off, the fullback. Butler's come on. And who else was... I thought there was two substitutes there. Whittaker's gone off and Sheriff's come on. He's a unit, Sheriff, that's for sure. Number 67. Blimey, he fills the midfield. I'm not exaggerating, he's a unit as well. Tranmere on the halfway line, they've had to go all the way back to the keeper, who's under pressure, because it wasn't a good back pass really. Chipped up to halfway, won in the air by Everton, no surprise. Ocaron coming back, doing some defensive duties, does it well. Dixon launches one up towards the edge of the penalty area. And that's Sheriff, who's... I'll tell you what, Sheriff, if he's going to go and play up front with Beto, I don't know about Tranmere playing with a back three, I'd be playing with a back five. Because you're going to get out-muscled and out-paced by these two. I don't say Sheriff's going to be... He doesn't look like he'll be as quick as Beto, but he's certainly got more body weight. And Beto's not exactly puny. Tranmere are going to make a substitution here. 66 minutes gone. Still Tranmere 1, Everton under-21s 0. Empire says, let's sign him to win 3-1 against Leicester. Don't say negative things about Tranmere. I see Tranmere beating Leicester. I say what I see. But you see, you're not. You're saying what you think. I can only say what I'm seeing. And that's Tranmere coming down the left-hand side. Gets to the byline. Cross comes in. Well cleared there by Everton. Coming down the right-hand side. Sheriff, he's held the ball up there. And number 4 who came on, the defender, Tranmere in, edge of the area there. Virginia comes out smartly though. Takes that away from Saunders' feet. Yeah, Sheriff who came on, the ball was played to him and he was shielding it from the defender, number 4. I'm not sure who that is. But he didn't even try and get the ball off Sheriff. He just made sure he wasn't going to turn. He's huge. And he's just put a... Sheriff, he's just put the full back there for Tranmere on his backside. That's a foul though. But yeah, he's... I'd like to see what the stats are for the height and weight of Beto and Sheriff. It's going to be Murphy to take that free kick. Just outside his penalty area, down the left-hand side. Chips it down that left-hand channel. Nobody gets it. And it's kept in by number 48, Tammen. Plays the ball down the line there for Sheriff. Keeps it in. Cuts inside. We're saying he's called Sharif. It's Sheriff. Better go with what they say. He'll... don't want him knocking on my door saying, hey, get my name right. Few boos coming around from the Tranmere fans. Trying to get Beto in there into the penalty area. he couldn't take the ball, and Murphy picked it up. Then Murphy was just going to think about having a look who's around before he picked the ball up, and he had to grab it quickly because Beto was there in front of him. Cleared by Murphy up to the halfway line. Won in the air by Everton. Played up to Sheriff. He holds it up well, as you would expect. It's clipped down the left-hand side, looking for Beto. Norman does the right thing there, doesn't mess about. He just puts it out of play. He had Beto all over him there. They've got to put a cross in now. They've got Beto and Sharif in the penalty area. Sharif's in the penalty area. He goes down. No penalty. Everton's still in possession. Tammen goes back down the left-hand side. Everton still looking to play the way forward. 70 minutes gone. Empire says, I'm secretly a time travelling. Obviously in 2001 we beat Everton first team 3-0. ...2001. That was a good year. That's a loose pass though by Ocaron. He's playing a little bit deeper now since Sheriff's come on. or Sharif. Tranmere play it all the way back to the keeper. Murphy launches it long down the right-hand channel. Flicked on by Tranmere. Goal scorer Davidson plays a nice ball down the right channel. Pulled back to the edge of the area, and the goal's gone in. What? Why has he booked Davison there? I don't know what's gone on here, because Murphy launched it long out to the wing. It went to Davidson. He spins away. Well, that's why. Davidson was having his shirt pulled as he spun away. And then he turns round, has a little bit of a lash out at the Everton player. The game's gone on. The referee hadn't blown by then. And Tranmere played the ball to the edge of the penalty area from the right-hand side. It gets put in, but the referee's already blown. And Davison earned himself a yellow card and probably denied his team a decent goal-scoring opportunity there. I know the ball went in the net, but you can never quite know whether Virginia had stopped because the referee had blown his whistle. But the ref said, have one of them, me old mate. And it's Tranmere trying to come down this right-hand side again. Davidson needs to, he's just a little bit fired up. That's another pull on the shirt. This time it's seen by the referee. It was Sharif had his shirt pulled. Shot comes in, Sharif. Good save by Murphy. And it's Everton in possession on the halfway line again. It was a ball played into that left-hand channel for Sharif to run onto. He had his shirt pulled. Didn't do much though. He still kept running and the referee let him play on. And as he went into the penalty area, he put a good shot low to Murphy's right-hand side. It was a good save by the keeper. Everton is still on the attack here. Cross comes in from the right-hand side, but it's cleared by Tranmere. They'll look to break down the left-hand side now. Oh, dear me. Who was that? Tamman. He ended up on his backside, but managed to get a little bit of luck there because Saunders would have been in. Still Tranmere in possession. Just trying to get a little bit of spice in this game, which has livened everybody up a bit. Everton dispossessed Tranmere though now. They'll start the attack again from their own half. Empire Maker says, we have been poor this second half. Yeah, it's been a tricky one. They've had a couple of chances. They probably would have had a goal, to be honest, if Davison hadn't have given that free kick away with a little bit of petulance. Because the referee was late with his whistle as well. Empire Maker says, boo, it should be 3-0. This is the worst ref I have ever seen. Yeah, he's not the worst ref I've ever seen. He's not as bad as the referee last night. Viswa Krakow and Arki Gdynia. Oh my God. He couldn't wait to get his second yellow card out for Biedrzycki, our centre-half. And yet a blatant sending off for a professional foul, stopping a goal-scoring opportunity. No, thought Everton might be putting Tranmere under pressure here, but it's going to be cleared by Murphy. Yeah, we had our winger, Straczynski, against a lump of a centre-half, cut across him, running on goal, one-on-one. Tranmere lose it here. Edge of the... Oh, what a good... Was it a save? Yeah, it was. Tranmere lost it there, and edge of the penalty area, Metcalf put a good shot in. And it was that man, Sharif, won the ball. And Metcalf put the shot in. Bit of movement. And Murphy just had to tip that one over the crossbar. Corner for Everton down the right-hand side. An outswinger it was. There's a Tranmere player down on the edge of the penalty area. It's still in the box. Lindstrom trying to put a cross in. It gets blocked. It doesn't go for a corner, and Tranmere can break down this left-hand side. Now it's over on the right-hand side. Yeah, the referee last night, he even went over and had a look at his monitor. And as he's looking at it, it was literally a hand on a shoulder and pulled Straczynski down. And as he put the flat back over the TV, and he normally they run away, don't they, and they know what they're going to do. You could see he was still thinking, Tranmere are in here, inside the penalty area, just outside the 6-yard box. Shot comes in from Dennis, and it was a good save at his near post by Virginia. Just put it around, we've got both hands to it as well, so that'll be a corner down the left for Tranmere. Yeah, as he was walking back, he was kind of taking his time, and as soon as he did that, I thought, he's only going to give him a yellow. He did, he completely bottled it. Going to be a substitute for Everton and for Tranmere here. They're both making 2 changes each. Oh, is that Patrick I see coming on? It makes us ridiculously biased. Must be an Everton fan. Come on, Rovers, Super White Army. Ubi fides, Ibi looks et Rabua. That means if we're in trouble, blame the referee, apparently. In Latin. What's... Saunders is coming off. "78 minutes gone. Still Tranmere 1. Everton 0. While we've got a break, I'll give us a quick shout out. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. Ping that notifications bell. And if you give us a thumbs up, that's fantastic. Apparently YouTube like thumbs up. I don't know why, but my lads keep telling me. Davison's coming off. What on earth is going on, Empire Maker? Why is Patrick coming on? I wouldn't want him to be getting an injury in a game, in a game like this. Come on, Patrick, our man from Sutton, says Empire Maker. It means where there is faith, there is light and strength. Oh, all right. That corner comes in, cleared by Everton. I wonder why Nigel Adkins has put Patrick on. Just over 10 minutes to go. You're winning 1-0. Whether he... You can't wrap him in cotton wool, can you? But he's some player from what I've seen of him. I haven't seen much, obviously, but from what I have seen, he looks good. Tranmere's in again here. Little shot comes in. Deflected. Still into Dennis's... Dennis and Patrick kind of got in each other's way then, and neither of them put the shot in, but it's still Tranmere with the ball, played into the penalty area, cleared by Everton, and they'll look to break. Now, a ball over the top, right down the middle, looking for Beto. Murphy's out of his area, heads it clear, and that'll go for a throw-in. Considering it's certainly not been played like a friendly this match, and nor should it be. It's obviously... Empire Maker's message retracted. I didn't see them, mate. Yeah, it's not been a bad second half, this, at all. Everton in down the right-hand side, get to the byline. That's put behind, I think it was it Solomon or has he gone off? Right, would be, yeah, Solomon. And it's a corner to Everton. Down that right-hand side, it'll be an outswinger. Lindstrom, number 29. Not a good corner. Edge of the 6-yard box, but it's easily cleared by Tranmere. He gets another chance, though. And this time it's an in-swinger with his left foot. Same result, really, cleared by Tranmere. But Everton win the second ball. And then another cross comes in. Everton win the header. But there's no power on it, no direction. And that'll go behind for a goal kick to Tranmere. Yeah, it's not been a bad game at all, really. I was undecided which one to do tonight. And I thought, seeing as Empire Maker's a Tranmere fan, we'll do Tranmere again. Empire Maker says, we need Patrick for our match against Leicester. Joe Murphy. That is lovely. This is making me nervous. What are you watching the match on, Empire? Is it on One Football or something like that? Everton coming down the right-hand side. Played up to Beto. He wins it in the air at the second attempt. And Lindstrom down this right-hand side. Cuts back inside. Now he goes again down the right-hand side. He's got 2 Tranmere players with him. Tries a little back heel there to Dixon. But as it comes off his heel, it goes a little bit skewed. And it goes out for a throw-in to Tranmere. Oh, fantastic, mate. Empire Maker found a stream on Facebook Live. Beto, down that right-hand side, doesn't put a cross in, he turns and plays it back to Butterfield, inside to Metcalf. Metcalf clips one across. Oh, my word, clips one across. Edge of the 6-yard box. It's put back across the 6-yard box. Box for Sharif. And he gets his head on it, but he doesn't get enough power on it. He'll be disappointed there, and he aims it straight at Murphy in the middle of the goal. So a good chance there for Sharif. And he didn't fluff his lines because he got his head on it and it was on target, but he'd have liked to have had more power on it and directed it a little bit better because he wasn't challenged. But Patrick was almost in there for Tranmere. He's won his side corner down that right-hand side. Empire said, this is making him nervous. I bet you're even more nervous when that cross came in. Going to be an out-swinging corner for Tranmere. Onto the penalty spot. One in the air by Tranmere, and at the back post, it's put over the crossbar by Tranmere. They won it in the air on the penalty spot, and on his own, really, at the back post, edge of the 6-yard box was Jennings, but he was leaning back as it came to him, and he just scooped it over the crossbar. Not an easy chance, but he would have hoped to have done better than that. Everton playing it out from the back still, not panicking. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. It's with Virginia, the keeper. Clips it up to halfway line. Poor pass from the keeper though. Straight to Tranmere. Into Patrick. Patrick plays the ball into the edge of the penalty area, but there's a slip and Everton dispossess Tranmere. And Beto, there we go. He couldn't keep hold of the ball better. He played the ball loose pass really, and your worst fears have been he got dispossessed. Did Beto? Tranmere cleared the ball. It went for a throw-in on the halfway line, and now they're coming down that left side again. So I've not seen the goal yet. Little ball into the penalty area. There's your man, Beto. The ball comes into the penalty area. He takes it first time straight past Murphy, who was on the edge of his 6-yard box, and make that Tranmere 1, Everton 1. It's been coming. It's been coming because that was a similar ball to the one where he just lost possession, and it was played through to him. As it came through to him, just one touch straight. He didn't try and take 2 touches, just that first touch straight past Murphy. Murphy was left stranded. That's the equaliser. Empire Maker says, I feel like I'm about to let out a chocolate fountain down my leg. Come on, Rovers, let's get a winner. Well, they've left it late, Everton, but they'd had a couple of warnings already, Tranmere. Just before that goal, there was that ball into Beto, and his first touch let him down. But his first touch didn't let him down then. That's Trick out on the right-hand side, cuts inside. Little back heel. Norman. Tranmere are just taking the time now. Nobody seems to be rushing. Played down the right-hand channel there, Tranmere. Too much on it though. And it just bounces through to Virginia in Everton's goal. If this does go to penalties, you know the problem we're going to have. The same one we had the other week when Wisła Krakow had a penalty shootout with Spartak Trnava. When you're watching it on the TV, it'll tell you over here whether it's gone in or not before you actually see it. Because this stream from Sky is slightly behind. It's on Sky Sports Plus and that, but the delay must be about 30, 40 seconds, I would say, if not more. Tranmere on the... We might not go to penalties yet. Tranmere are in down the left-hand side here. It's pulled back into the 6-yard area. Oh, my word. It was well controlled by the substitute who came on his chest in his own 6-yard area. And he manages to hoof it clear before a Tranmere foot came in to prod it home. Oh, good take by Sharif up front on his own. Gets a lucky deflection back to him. He tries putting a shot in. That's blocked. And it comes to him again at the edge of the area. He's put it in there. Oh, my... Blimey, O'Reilly. It's still not going to play. Sharif there. The ball, he had a shot that was blocked. And then Tranmere went to clear it. He had another... As they tried to clear it, there was a lucky deflection. It came back to him on the edge of the area twice. And the third time it came to him, he put a shot into the keeper's left. It hit the post, came back across the line, and it's ended up on the far side going out for a throw-in. Oh, what's Tranmere Rovers? There are shambles at the back at the minute now. Everton, edge of the box. Dixon gets to the byline, puts a cross in, flicked on. Beto. Sharif. Oh! He's put it over the crossbar. I was waiting for the net to bulge then. Who's number 14? Number 49. Rifled it. Just absolutely creamed it. The Everton player from inside the penalty area. Everybody stood. Nobody was going to stop it if it was on target. Your reactions aren't that good. And it just went over the crossbar. Empire Maker, what do you think of that shot? Yeah, it was Martin Sheriff who scored for Everton. Was it? it's showing a goal here for Everton under-21s. It was Sheriff. I'm getting too giddy. Who scored this one for Everton? They're coming down the right-hand side. Lindstrom plays the ball. Lindstrom plays the ball into... It's Beto. Lindstrom played a little ball into the penalty area down the right-hand side there. And Beto, from about 8 yards out, would you say? He just spins and smashes that past Murphy. The young lads from Everton have done for Tranmere here. Lovely little pass as he ran across the line. He wasn't offside, an acute angle, and just absolute power went past Murphy. And it's all turned around. Tranmere 1, Everton 2. Umpire Meg says this is not good. Oh, for flipping heck's sake. He says we are shit. Rovers, let's get an equaliser. Blimey. Blimey, blimey, blimey. It's all gone quiet at Prenton Park. Just 90 seconds left. Tranmere lump it long. And it's gone out for a throw-in. Down the right-hand side for Everton. Dixon, just going to take his time. Launches it up to the halfway line towards Sharif. He gets a flick on eventually. It's lumped forward by Tranmere, which they'll keep in. They're right in the corner flag down the left-hand side, Tranmere. They've now got a throw-in. Is that Merritt waving everyone forward? There's just 50 seconds left. It's going to be a long throw from Norman, come over from the right-hand side. Decent throw, near post. One in the air by Everton though. However, Norman heads it back in. Was that handball? Big appeals for handball there by Tranmere. I think the Everton player missed it with his head and it rolled down his arm. But the referee's not having any of that. It's launched forward by Tranmere. And Patrick heads it on, but it goes straight through to the keeper. Yeah, he was a little bit lucky. A little bit lucky there was the Everton player. He didn't intend to do that, but when it hits your hand like that, if that's in the Premier League, you're going to be struggling. Virginia launches it long. Beto wins it down the left-hand side. Now he's into the penalty area. Holds his man off. Little chip over the keeper onto the line, and Sharif's put it in. I think it was going in anyway, but Sharif made sure it went in. Make your mind up, you're calling him Sheriff now. Is it Sharif or Sheriff? So it came down the left-hand side. Beto won it in the air, left Norman on the floor, deflection into the penalty area. He cuts across his man, holds him off, sits the keeper down, chips it over him, and as it's going towards the goal, there's a Tranmere player there, but Sharif, he made sure it went over. And that'll be Tranmere 1, Everton 3, and Tranmere have capitulated here in this last 10 minutes. Oh, Empire Maker. He's Empire Damage. Who is Sheriff? Sharif. He's a big unit. That's who he is, Damage. Blimey. When he came on, Tranmere have not been able... That's it. That's the end of the game. We're still playing here, but obviously over here it tells us that it's finished because that's up to date. But Sheriff is when he came on, he's a unit. Referee blows his whistle. Beto, he's a unit as well. And to be honest, Tranmere couldn't cope with the movement, couldn't cope with the physicality. And yeah, having the two units up front. What happened was the young lad Ocaron, he dropped a little bit deeper. And they just couldn't cope with it, Tranmere, at all. So, yeah, Everton take the victory. Midge, your name describes my half. Yeah, they certainly came strong at the end there, did Everton. The future's looking bright if these players come through with Everton, because as they get more experience, I think they're definitely going to be playing in the first team. That is for sure at some point. So fair play to Everton. What I will say on that note is, if you haven't done so already, please hit the subscribe button, ping that notifications bell, and if you can give us a thumbs up, then that will be fantastic. We'll be back tomorrow night with some football. I'm not sure what yet. Thursday night will definitely be on, because that's Wisła Krakow. We're playing in Europe. And I'm not sure what time the kickoff is. It might be 7:30, but if you hit the notifications bell, the time will be on there. Empire Maker says they are not under 21. Don't look it, mate, with the size of them. But pretty sure they will be, that's for sure. So on that note, I'll thank Empire Maker, Damage, anyone who was in chat, really appreciate it. Much better stream when we've got some banter going in there. How was that not a goal at the end of the second half? I don't think it was, mate. I had a look at half time when it was on, and it was close, but no cigar, as the saying goes. So the referee got that one right. I think his little thing on his wrist must have worked. Don't be like that, mate. Don't be like that. You can concentrate on the league now. Try and get some goals at home in the league, because they're struggling, Tranmere, I think, at the minute. Right, I'm going to go and get some tea. I am Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live first. Any of our Polish fans watching, dobry wieczór, nie mówię po polsku, angielski, dziękuję bardzo. Angielski, tak. We'll be back tomorrow evening. Join us then, you're more than welcome. Have a good one, folks.